Today we are going to discuss how a newbie can build wealth through real estate investing, specifically through buy and hold real estate investing. Whether you're a fresh graduate, a young professional, or someone looking for another way to build wealth, stick around because we are going to cover a topic that can potentially change your life. Real estate investing definitely changed my life for the better. I'm going to share how I was able to do that and how you can do that as well. Before we dive in, I want to define what buy and hold real estate investing means. Simply put, buy and hold real estate investing means you purchase a property that you plan on holding for the long term. You put tenants in it and collect cash flow every single month from that property. The idea behind this type of real estate investing strategy is to build wealth over the long term by creating passive income or semi-passive income. And then you can use that income to pay off that mortgage over time and create even more passive income. Not only that, you're building equity in the home. All right, so what is the first step on how a newbie can build wealth through real estate investing? It is to educate yourself about real estate investing, which is what you are doing right now. And honestly, you do not have to be an expert to get started in real estate. When I got started, I was definitely not an expert, and I am still learning things now. You do need a basic understanding of the industry. Of course, you can watch YouTube videos like this about it. You can also go to seminars or read books about real estate investing. There's also online courses that you can take or even get a mentor. Whichever method you end up choosing, make sure that you spend enough time getting some education on how to invest in real estate. The way that I chose to educate myself on real estate investing was through a mentor, and actually two mentors. I have a really good friend who is successful with real estate investing. He owned multiple properties. So I went to him and I asked him a lot of questions about real estate investing. At my 9-to-5 job, I also had a boss there who was investing in real estate, and he was also successful with it. I asked him a lot of questions about real estate investing as well. Not only that, my sister became a real estate agent, so I had a bunch of questions for her too. By educating myself first, I was able to buy a property and do it in a lot more effective way than if I had not educated myself first. Step 2 to build wealth through real estate investing is to create a plan for yourself. Once you have that basic knowledge, that education about real estate, you can create your own plan. You can set some realistic and achievable goals for yourself, and not that you should be limiting yourself, but we don't want to stretch way above and not even try to reach those goals. But think about, what do you really want to achieve through real estate investing? Do you want to generate passive income? Do you want to build wealth over the long term? Do you want to build wealth in the short term? Once you have your goals with real estate, write them down, and then you can build out the steps to achieve those goals. For me, I knew I wanted to create that cash flow every single month for myself and not have to worry about something in the short term. For example, there are a lot of people who do fix and flips, and I've seen some that have been successful and some that have not been successful with it, and I just didn't want that pressure for myself. My goal was to create that passive or semi-passive income and build that wealth over the long term. That's why I chose the buy and hold strategy. I didn't want to have to worry about making my money back very quickly and putting it into another investment. If you've decided you want to invest in real estate, comment below and tell me what one of your real estate goals is. And also with real estate investing, I didn't realize this in the beginning, but I wanted to create financial freedom for myself. I bought my first property back when I was 25, so a while ago, and I just thought I want to invest my money, make it work for me, and get some roommates in the property that I own so that I can create cash flow that way. But I had no idea that I was going to be able to achieve financial freedom through real estate and stock market investing. That did not come until later on when I bought my second property, which was about 10 years later. After I bought that property, I bought another one the year after that. And I thought, okay, I definitely want financial freedom. I know real estate can help me do that. So I figured out my exact numbers on what I would need to become financially free through real estate, and that was buying one more property. I figured out if I had a total of 4 properties, then I would be able to become financially free. So that is what I did. But I did not set that financial freedom goal in the beginning. It would have felt way too unattainable. I just didn't realize the potential back then. And then step 3 for a newbie building wealth through real estate investing is to build your team. And this team can be very small. It doesn't have to be a really large team. Essentially, you want to have a real estate agent that you trust, and then a mortgage broker that you also trust. And if you do not want to manage the property yourself, you'll want to have a property management company. And for me, since I'm not very handy, I also have a handyman. And if you're really serious about real estate investing and growing it into a full portfolio, you may want to have a lawyer that you work with. Like I said before, my real estate agent is my sister and she is awesome. So I feel really blessed to be able to have someone that I can work with that I really trust. So find someone that you can trust. And my sister also recommended some mortgage lenders that I could work with. And then I have a friend who is a handyman. But you don't already have to know people that you can create your team with. You can definitely ask other people for referrals. And honestly, when you are just getting started, I would not just randomly choose a mortgage lender. I would get 3 different estimates when you're ready to buy a place from 3 different mortgage brokers or lenders and decide who has the best rates and the lowest costs associated with purchasing a home. And also like the person that you're working with. And there are a lot of property management companies out there, so you have a lot of choices. You can ask people who they use, or if you don't know anyone investing in real estate, definitely do that Google search and see what comes up. Or you could also join a real estate investing group on Facebook and get ideas from other people inside of the group. And then step number 4 is to find your first property so that you can start building that wealth. Now that you've educated yourself, you have your goals, you have your plan in place, you have your team, you want to find that property. There are a lot of different ways to do this. The way I did it was by using my real estate agent. She would send me listings, but I also downloaded the Utah Real Estate app, and I'm sure there's one in your state. You can download that and search for properties in the area you want to be buying, so you can find properties that way as well. Not only that, you can drive in different neighborhoods and see if there are properties for sale by owner. You can check Facebook Marketplace or even Craigslist, or if you're in Utah, KSL. When you're looking for your first property, consider the location. I like purchasing in a good, safe location. Since I'm managing the properties myself, I'm going to be showing people the home, and I want to feel safe, and I want the people that I'm renting to feel safe as well. I also like having my properties near the freeways, not right next to the freeway so you can hear the freeway noise, but pretty close. And I like it in a central location. I like having them close to the mountains and then close to downtown, closer to the bigger city, but not right in the heart of downtown. So figure out what location you want to have a property in. And then also consider the type of property, the condition of the property. I like purchasing homes that are ready to rent. That way I can get renters in immediately and start collecting cash flow immediately. And going along with that cash flow, what will the potential rental income be for that property? You want to do research about that beforehand as well, so that you can run your numbers and make sure that it works for you. Comment below and tell me one thing that you for sure want in your rental property. And going back to my strategy of purchasing good properties in good locations, that means I'm usually going to get good tenants. They're going to pay their rent for the most part. Yes, I've had some problems, but having 50 plus tenants, one really bad tenant is not bad odds. Just figure out the plan that is going to work for you. I have a friend who does the complete opposite. He invests in a little more sketchy area and he has lower income renters, but that works for him. Just figure out what is going to work for you. And then step number 5 is financing your rental property. Once you've found your property, you're going to want to finance that property. I'm just guessing that you probably don't have the full amount for a mortgage. You'll want to work with a mortgage lender and figure out the best type of loan for your situation. And just to let you know, if you are moving into that property, which is what I did on my third property, then you only have to put down 3% instead of the standard 20% down payment. I was able to move into that property. It made it a lot easier because I was single and am single, But even if you have a family, you could potentially buy a property with a mother-in-law basement apartment and rent that out, and you could live in the top half and move later on and then rent out that top half. You'll also want to make sure that you have a good credit score that is going to give you a lower interest rate on your mortgage loan. And if you're wondering how to improve your credit score, I do have another video about that. I will leave a link above. And then step 6 on how a newbie can build wealth through real estate investing is managing your property. Once you've acquired your property, you'll want to manage it. You can hire a property management company to do that. But if you want to do it yourself, then that is definitely an option. That is what I have done with all of my properties. You'll need to screen the tenants, show the place, take care of any problems that arise, make sure that you are collecting rent, all of those types of things. Depending on what your schedule looks like, you may have the flexibility to manage your own property, and that way you're not paying someone else to do that, which would increase your cash flow. But if you are strapped for time, it may be better to pay someone else to manage it, and that way you don't have the stress of having to take care of that property. You can pay someone else to do that. Figure out what would work best for your situation. And if you have more questions about real estate investing, I have a whole playlist on my YouTube channel about real estate investing. But I also have a book that I have written and recently launched, which talks more about how I was able to invest in real estate. I will leave a link to my book below in the description. You can click on that and get your very own copy. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information, and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more great content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.